The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
But right away, they'll change the look. They'll send the tight end in motion. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Now Lamar changing the look. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. He's got Turner. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Brown will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop. The Ravens at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
In motion, the tight end. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And now an audible here into something else.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
Powell's throw into the hands of Turner. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Option play. Here's a give to Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Powell out of the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is up to 8. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. You talk about this Washington defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them in defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Still fighting for more. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Off play action. It's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Lamar changing the play. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's McLeod on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Stop him at the 10. Do not kick it to 22.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
3rd down and 6. Now Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 20. That's good.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's 3rd and 3. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 50 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, it's Howell. he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And some room to maneuver. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. In motion goes McLeod. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. He will push his way down to about the 14. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Howell completing the quick throw out wide. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Another run for Brown on second down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Howell throwing on third down here. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
First down 10 at the 50-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2nd and 10. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Powell. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 48 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Commanders 35, Ravens 13.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Fights forward at the 20. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Jackson going to shift them around. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Shifts past him, and oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And he'll go down, third quarter of action. And this offense on third down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Hey, report. Report.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 1st down, how to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Washington.
And they give to Brown on the option. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. And Howe will throw it. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Howe now to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 154 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now they go play action with Howell. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He'll look underneath and finds Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Another throw for Howell. His throw incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Ravens 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of 23 yards on the play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Back to throw, Howell. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 56, Ravens 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At the 29-yard line.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this competition.